Hi guys, this is Andrew with rockclass101.com. Today we're going to be learning how to play the Munsters theme on the ukulele. And the cool thing about this is that I kept it in the original key of the tune. So if you want to play along with the actual song, you will totally be able to do that. So that's really, really neat. So this lesson is going to be part 1 out of 2 lessons, and we're going to be covering the A melody. So I've broken this song into 3 sections. We have an A, B, and a C melody. So we're going to learn the entire A melody in part 1. And if you guys enjoy this lesson, you can check out rockclass101.com. Our premium membership allows you access to part 2, which again will cover the B and the C melody, and you get the lesson assets. You'll get the complete tab to follow along with, and we actually have an interactive tab player, so you can literally hit play and watch the tab scroll across in real time with the YouTube video. So super cool, great learning asset. So check that out if you're interested. So let's go ahead and get started now with part 1. So the A melody is going to start off with an E minor chord, and that's the key that we're going to be playing in. So it's just that basic staircase shape for the E minor. Nothing fancy or anything going on here. The intro, the first couple bars, is just going to go. Okay, so you can see that it's just playing right out of that E minor. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm adding a little strum to the first part, where it's literally just going to be like my index finger hitting string 4 open and 3, and then I'm going to hit 3 right after. So I hit both those strings, and then 3 again right after. After that, I'm going to pick out of the chord. I'm going to go string 2, string 3, and then I'm going to do a slide 1 to 2. So you see how my index finger will go back 1 half step and then slide up a half step. So that's what we get. If we slow it down, those are the parts put together. So nothing too hard. Maybe this is a little awkward. One way to practice is literally just to do that, just to move your index finger back a half step and then move it up a half step. That way you get used to these kind of like stretch shapes. So that's what we have again. So now we only have to add 2 strums to complete this bar, and it's literally just going to be down up. And you can hit all 4 strings, that's totally fine. So if I put it together, guys, I get, okay, again. So nothing too hard, right? That's our intro. That's going to go twice, so that's 2 bars that just loop 2 times. Okay? So after that, we go into the A melody. And the A melody is the same as the intro for the first part. The only difference is this: we're going to play string 3 by itself instead of hitting 4 and 3 together. So you can hear that melody, right? So we have 3, 2, 3, 1 slide to 2 on string 1. After that, I'm going to jump to 7 with my pinky on string 1 and just hit that 1 note. If we put it together, guys, we've got, okay? Then I'm going to go to an F chord. So think of your basic F shape. The only difference is that I'm going to remove my middle finger, so I'll keep that first finger where it's at, and then I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to put that on the 3rd fret of string 1. Okay? And you can also feel free to use your 3rd finger if that's more comfortable for you. I just think the pinky is going to be easier to use. Okay? So I'm going to take that pinky, put it on that 3rd fret of string 1. I'm going to strum 3 down, so I literally am playing 0, 1, 3. So I'm ignoring string 4. So I strum that, use my ring for the 2nd fret of string 1, and I'm going to do a pull off to open. So I have strum, 2 to open, pull off. Okay? If I tie it to the E minor, this is what it sounds like. Okay? And then we're going into our next melody, and it'll sound like this. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm taking my middle finger, I'm sliding 1 to 2 on string 1, playing the open, then to the 3rd fret of string 2. So there's the first phrase. Slower. One more time. Okay. Phrase 2 will be, so what's happening here is open first, 3rd fret on string 2, 2 pulls off to open, still on string 2, so again we have, and our last note is the 2nd fret of string 3. So I have, when I put it together. So split in 2 parts again, guys. Phrase 1. Phrase 2 starts with the open first. Okay, phrase 1, 2, 1, 2, together, slower. Okay, and after that, we're back to that intro, which goes twice again. So let's tie everything in from the intro for the first part for the A melody, and then it goes back to that little intro for a couple bars. So that's what we get all together. If I play it a little bit slower, guys, we have okay? So after that, we go into the second part for the A melody, which will sound like this. Okay, so this part, you can already notice that it starts the same way. So all that's identical, as well as that walk down for the F. So E minor to the F is all the same. So the only thing that changes is what happens right after that F. So there's 2 options on how we can play this. I can play the fretted 3rd fret on a string 2 and then open first. But guys, remember that note is the same as the 4th string open. So you could literally go 4, 1, open, and then it goes into our B chord and the little walk up. So again, it'll sound like this. Okay, so I just like to do the fretted note because I feel like it kind of keeps my hand more on the neck, which allows me to switch to this B chord a little bit easier than to go. But it's up to you guys on how you want to play it. So you can go open 4, open 1, or you could go fret 3 of string 2, open 1, and then to a B chord. And think of our B, it's just take an A chord shape, right? If you moved it up a whole step, frets 2 and 1 become 4 and 3, and your open strings need to become fret 2. So I've got my index barred on strings 1 and 2 on fret 2, middle fingers on 3 on string 3, and then our ring fingers on 4 on string 4. And we just have a regular B chord. So again, I've got those 2 notes to B. I'm going to pluck B twice. And the 3rd time, I'm going to strum it. So I've got 1, 2, strum. Then take my pinky, play 4 on string 1. Just a single note. Right? right? So again, I have, then I can move up a whole step to 6, and you're gonna hit that one note. So we have pluck, pluck, strum, 4, 6, and finally we have an octave. So it's going to be 7, so we went up another half step, 7 on string 1 and 4 on string 3. And you're just going to hit both of those, and that's it. Okay, so after that, I have just a couple little fills that I'm going to play before it goes into our B melody. And the fills are kind of a variation on what we played for the intro. So it sounds like that. So what I'm doing right after that octave hit is I kind of slide down and I mute, and I'm doing 2 muted strums. And it's literally focusing on strings 1 and 2, primarily on 1. So I'm just doing muted down up, and then I'm going 1 to 2. So it's like a hammer-on, right? So you can think of it as mute, mute, 1 to 2, mute, mute, right? So 2 mutes followed by the hammer-on followed by 2 mutes. So it sounds like that. And then you go back into that E minor for that intro. But the variation is on the last note at the end. So you have, and once you do that slide, just pull off to the open, and that completes that phrase. So if I tie it from the second part for the A melody into that little ending, it sounds like this, guys. Okay, so that completes the entire A melody plus the intro. And let's do this. Let's go ahead and play everything one time through slowly, put together, and we can hear everything that we've learned. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. If you want to get part 2 of the lesson, go to rockclass101.com, check out premium membership, and you get access to part 2, which covers the B melody and the C melody, and you get the complete tab to print out and follow along with, or you can use the interactive tab player, which again, you just literally click play on it, and it streams this entire song with the YouTube video or with just my audio performance. And you can slow it down and you can loop sections. It's super cool, great way to learn. So I hope to see you guys in class. Thanks.